Hi, everybody. Welcome to No Doctor, Just Healthy. I'm not in a good mood today. Yeah, wah, wah, wah. I'm sorry. I also saw the blue on my tongue. That's methylene blue. That's something that's working for cellular horsepower. That's a good thing for us. But if you look it up, it's methylene blue. Okay. I think it's the oldest or the first synthetic drug approved like in 1898 or something like that. And it's still around. So it's like doing something. But anyhow, I have, this is the long video for today, and I don't know how long it'll last because I'm in a mood. So I'm extra forgetful. So we'll see how it works. I'm shaking and stuff, and I just can't imagine what's going on here because I really actually feel good. I've I have a target. I've been losing weight. I gained weight on the when I was on my vitamin D tour down in South Florida, and I picked up 25 pounds over the winter, and I guess 2 winters in a row I've done that, but I lose it when the summer comes around. So I don't know if it's the walking around or if it's the just the mood, or you know what? The cold weather makes me eat cinnamon rolls, especially if they just come out of the oven. So that's a problem because when I eat any sugar or pile of carbohydrates, I kick myself out of my fat adapted situation. I'm fat adapted most of the time, and I eat large amounts of food that have no carbs in them, carburetors have no carbs in them. And the idea is that when that happens, I can like skip eating. I won't get hungry because my body starts to consume the fat storage that's in me. And that turns right out right off the bat without even thinking about it. I start losing weight. And it's okay. It's just that I got to make sure I eat finally, or else I'll disappear. No, really, I've gone. I was up to 230, and this morning I was 208. 230 over the winter and 208, and that's only been probably a month that I've been back on the right food track. But I'm trying to think. I don't think I don't. I didn't eat this morning and nothing. I have coffee, but I didn't eat any food. And I really should eat some food, like bacon and eggs is perfect. I can have 2 pieces or 6 pieces of bacon. It doesn't too much matter. But I guess I just didn't feel like it. I was just too busy doing other things. And but the thing is maybe that's why I'm shaky right now because I am fat adapted. And if you look at my old videos, you'll see that my gut was sticking out a lot more than it is today. And you know, I'm I'm I feel it. I'm knocking it all off of me. But anyways, I've got a problem here. I mouthed off on here one day about religion, and I shouldn't have. I don't know. I don't even remember what I said, but I said something, and it upset one of my subscribers, and I don't blame him, and I'm really sorry about it. But the darn thing is that I know better. Back when I was growing up, this was normal. You don't talk about sex, religion, or government in your livelihood unless one of those things is your livelihood. And I'm sorry, I did that, and I don't know if it upset anybody else or whatever, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here to help you get healthy, and I'm just right on the verge of another birthday, and I'm really happy to be here, and I was watching a show last night where a country singer was having his 90th birthday, and it was really nice to see him there. And he stood up and he sang a little bit and played his guitar a little bit, and he sat down right away. I noticed that he sat down really, really quick, and he was playing his guitar, and it was so great to hear him. And I had a nice time watching that show. A lot of stars showing up to sing his birthday to him. Well, that's really nice. At least he's got a really good social life still. But anyhow, so this these boards, I got to have these to remind me of things. But do something or nothing changes. Now, th- lately, I've had a number of people that I've seen go from well to sick and perish lately. I mean, you know, too many. Um, and none of them, I don't believe any of them were like a surprise. It's like they were all kind of in that mood like, well, I'm old and this is just going to happen. I tell you, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. And so I talked to all these people, especially like I live in a senior apartment. So there's a lot of people that are tired there. And I, I ride, I ride an electric unicycle around. It's one wheel and I ride that around. And they're all shocked that I do that. Most of them have walkers, or I mean, a lot of people have walkers, or you see a wheelchair going, or on a cane at least. Getting from one bench to the next is a project. And I say, do something different. Do something, or nothing changes. And like the thing about getting old, you just get older. And if you don't do anything about preserving yourself, you'll just get older. And you just won't get older forever. You'll just get old enough to die. That's all. And I've mentioned in another video, do you want to be well till you die, or do you want to be sick till you die? Because we're going to die. It's just that it's going to be one way or the other. So all these people that I'm talking about, I think they were all sick until they died. And when I talk to them about doing certain things, I'm not going to say anything special. It's just they always said, well, my doctor said to do this. And I says, wait, you weren't listening to me. I says, the doctor doesn't, the doctor can't make uh, BMW payments by telling you to eat more tomatoes. That's the nutrition idea, or the doctor won't. Oh, I know what the doctors will often mention that they don't get much training in nutrition, and I gotta say maybe that's used to be. I'm thinking it's getting to be a lot more that they're getting, uh, and my young doctor, I always say I really like this guy. He is really happy to be a doctor. And I always say, well, he's new, so he's still excited about it. But he'll sit right down and talk to me about why do I have a perfect blood test result? Why are my results perfect? And I tell him. And one thing that shocks them all is that I was type 2 diabetic 8 years ago. I'm going to say 8. I'm going to start saying 8. I used to say 7, but it's been a while now, so it's 8 years ago. And at 4 months after they told me that I was type 2 diabetic, that I had made it over the line, I didn't get a trophy. I thought I was going to get a trophy going from pre-diabetic to type 2 diabetic. And 4 months later, I was back at the doctor. She called me back to just make sure, just to check me out again. And she was really upset that I wouldn't take any of her medicine. I said, no, no, I know what to do. I know what to do about this. I had my Atkins diet was working for me really well back in like 1990, and that made a lot of improvements that I felt and I understood, and I realized it even though I didn't stick to it. I fell off of it after some girl broke my heart, and I fell off of it, and I ate at her. I ate every plate of bad food that I could get my hands on, spaghetti and hot fudge cream puffs and uh, cake and stuff like that. I would just eat it like crazy. And so I after I was told I was type 2 diabetes, type 2 diabetic, it flashed in my head. My eyes are I didn't realize that during while having pre-diabetes, I didn't realize that the damage was happening in my eyes already, and my nerve myelin sheath was already getting softened up and falling apart sometimes, and and that my brain, all the little veins in your brain and your synapses and all that stuff is all getting clouded. It's all failing. And that's maybe a little bit why my memory is so bad. Sometimes I can't stick to a topic. Maybe you notice me jumping around a little bit, but I'm trying, and I'm feeding my brain, and I'm feeding it a lot, and I really, really can tell. And it's okay to eat liver, even if it tastes horrible. It's okay to eat it. Maybe put. Sometimes I tell people, I say, cut a bunch of slivers up and cook it in with something, you know. But the liver is like super high powered food. But uh, anyways, I'm going to make this a short one because I am really scattered today, and I think I'm scattered more than normal. But it's okay. I came in and tried to do some work, so I that's it for me for today. But please come back. If you subscribe, you can scan all my other videos and see how my shape has changed through the months. And that's because I can add on 30 pounds just by eating some sugar. I pick up weight that fast, and then it takes a little bit longer to get back to being no sugar and being fat adapted. And because most people are glucose adapted, they get all their energy from glucose, and that isn't really the right thing for us to run on. Um, that's kind of a mixed up thing, but your body changes what things it can, like protein and stuff. It'll change things into enough glucose for the body to run on. Like there's some brain help that comes along with glucose, but there's other ways to run. Like when I'm on fat adapted, I don't, like I say, I haven't eaten, I don't get tired, I don't get, um, I'm getting a little scatterbrained today, but I'm not. It doesn't have to be that, but I'm just guessing that maybe it is because I didn't eat today. But it's okay. But okay, I gotta go. I'm sorry. I'm talking too much without knowing what I'm saying. Bye.